It's also the same head on the bottom side, because if you want to have full tone, you need two heads that are swinging equally. They made me a true ball, and I was smashing so many drum heads with this. Hi, this is Nick. I'm the drummer for Lord of the Lost, and we're today here in Chicago. And I just want to give you a little glimpse all around my kit, what I'm playing and what it is, and why I'm so proud of being able and allowed to play this stuff. So I'm a BDC, British Drum Co artist, for 3 years meanwhile, and I'm playing mainly the Legend series. That's also what we have here. We have a Legend series kit in Raven glass, this beautiful rainbow sparkling finish. And we have a kick drum, 22 by 18 or 16, I'm not sure. We have a 12 by 8, 14, 14, 16, 16, and 18 by 16 floor toms. I have the aviator snare in 14" by 5.5. The heads are on top as well as on bottom, Remo Emperor Clear. I got this from this tip to use the same heads from Simon Phillips. Because I was on a clinic years ago, and he just introduced his kit, and he only told us the better hats he was using. It was Remo Emperor Clear. And at some point in this clinic, someone asked, "Hey, you told us about the better hats, but not about the resonant hats. So what are you doing there?" And he said, "Oh, that's totally easy. It's also the same head on the bottom side, because if you want to have full tone, you need two heads that are swinging equally." And I'm a drummer for more than 30 years now, and everybody in this room was just like, "Of course, this dude is so right," but nobody thinks about that. So yeah, on the snare drum I have the Remo Powerstroke P77, which is the most stable and best sounding head I've ever got, and so I'm using this on all my snare drums. So in cymbals, I'm using Sultan Cymbals, which is a German brand by Thomann, which is Europe's, or even worldwide, I don't know, biggest music retailer. And I have the Rockbeat hi-hats over here in 14". I have a 17" Heritage Crash here, an 18" Heritage Crash, 22 Heritage Crash, which is super great to lay or put a real nice carpet under everything I play. We have a 19" Heritage Crash over here. I have a second hi-hat over here, X-hat. It's the Raw Jazz series in 15". And we have a 20" Rockbeat China here and an 18" Rockbeat China Holy. I'm using my Sultan Nick stick. It's a signature stick that they built exclusively for me, and I'm super happy with this. I always wanted to have a round tip, and so they made me in the first what's it called? In the first prototype, they made me a true ball, and I was smashing so many drum heads with this, and so we changed it to a barrel tip, but barely. I mean, you can almost not see it that it's a barrel tip. So that's mine. Hey, so sound checks are going on upstairs, so we had to move down here to have a bit of quieter place, so you can understand what I'm talking to you guys. So what we didn't see so far are my pedals. I'm using the Dualist pedals for, meanwhile, I think 13 years or something like that. The very special thing on these Dualist pedals is that they are mainly made from plastics, and you might think, oh, that's not very stable, but it is. It's totally crazy. They have different models. They have these, I call it the fake pedal, where you can just do one hit, but you have two strokes. But I'm not a fan of this. I'm just old school double pedal player. So I have the Dualist D2, and meanwhile I have 4 or 5 pairs of these, but that one that I'm using for fly-in shows, and this tour is a fly-in tour for us, is with me on the road for 13 years now, and I never had any problems. I never had to replace anything. It's totally crazy. The hardware you see here is DW hardware, which I'm normally absolutely not using because I'm using Gibraltar hardware, because when we're touring Europe with my kit at home, or my normal general touring kit, I have a massive rack, and unfortunately I can't take it on the plane with me over here. We are not that big yet. For in-ear monitoring, I'm using a German brand which is called HearSafe. I have the, which is it called? I have the HearSafe HS7 Pro Flex. They have, I think it's 5 drivers in each ear, and they give me a full range sound. I could hear needles hitting the ground when falling, and that's awesome, really. And I'm also using these for many years already, more than 10 years, and never had any problems. I think I had to replace the cable for one time, and that's it. So they are really stable. So maybe you heard about it, maybe not. We just released the first 2 parts of our recent record, which is Opvs Noir. We have released Volume 1 and Volume 2. And Volume 3 is coming up in April this year. Check it out somewhere at the internet, at lordofthelost.de. You find us on social media everywhere. Just look for Lord of the Lost.